This is the Duplex Hybrid DH420 Deluxe with some of the accessories that we have on board. What I'm going to go through today is a complete demo guide on the machine. We have the regular tanks, we have the steam tanks, we have the battery, we have the two different brushes, optional brushes that are available, and the standard brushes on the machine, plus the electrical converter kit to take it from AC to DC to run the machine. What we have is a 3-in-1 machine. So it is a battery with regular tanks, it is electric with regular tanks, and electric with steam. And all of these can be used depending on what you need in the facility. Battery where you need it, where cord may be an issue, or be it on an escalator kit that this also does convert to, or electric with the regular tanks, or electric with steam to give you that extra punch to cleaning the floor. So what I'm going to do is go through the operation of the machine. What we have is not only a 3-in-1 machine, but it's also a multi-surface machine. It's going to clean hard floor, textured LVT, vinyl, concrete, and it's also going to clean soft floors, which include carpet, rubber, turf, anything of a soft floor nature. So it's one of the very few machines that can do both surfaces, hard and soft, and also both electric and battery. So without further delay, I'm going to go through the piece of equipment. This is a battery pack. The battery pack goes onto the machine, locks into here, and just simply unscrew the cap, screw this into here, and that will power via the switch up here and becomes the battery powering the machine. When you're using it with battery, it's only used with the standard black tanks. The battery will not power steam. When you want to convert over to electric, simply pop this clip, remove the cable connector, and take the battery off. To put the electric on, there's a little teeth in the bottom here. Put the teeth into the bottom, they fit into the bottom compartment. This lift up, click, lock into position. So now I've converted it to electric. What I'm going to do from there is I'm going to put my electric power to the main. There's a little white dot with a white dot, and you just guide these together. If you can't see the white dot, you can simply spin this until it spins into place. There's only one way for it to go in. Once you connect this, it is now taken the power source from the wall and converted it to here, transferring it up into the handle. There is a separate switch for the power to the H-box, which is right here. Then there's a separate switch for the pump, which activates the steam tanks. So you can turn your main power switch on here and then have a secondary power switch up top, which was used for the battery, but it's also used for the main power up in here. So there is two switches. Once I convert over to the electric, there was only one switch when I had the battery. So this is, again, electric with the regular tanks. And the regular tanks are just feeding water down to the brushes, which you'll see in a minute, so that you squeeze the trigger and it's putting water down to the brushes. Then we can convert it over to steam by simply removing the regular tanks, and each tank on either side is exactly the same. And we can now install the steam kit. So I went from battery, regular tanks, electric, regular tanks, now electric and steam. When connecting the steam, this is a reservoir tank. The reservoir tank has a tube, goes down to the bottom with a quick connect. The quick connect is best put on the, what we call the gear side of the machine. The gear side is here, the wall side is here. The wall side goes right to the edges. The gear side is to this side, and then you can flip it around without having to flip your body around, which you'll see later in the presentation. So the wall side, quick connect here with water in it. The steam side, steam boiler is connected, just goes down, connects on, and then from there we take and we connect the water source to here by quick connect to here. So it's taking the water from this tank and putting it into the steam side. The steam does need electricity to run, so now we're going to take this and put this to the bottom, and if it's not lining up, again, just twist it. There's no white dot because it's hard to see. There's 4 different positions it can go in. This just connects, and from there I've connected the steam to operate the steam to the machine. That's the 3-in-1. The steam will take it from here into the tank and put the steam down to the floor. You can again choose what you want depending on the application and how the machine works. These brushes, which are super soft, they're multi-surface brushes. The multi-surface brush will get into all the little pits and grooves. There's actually 800,000 bristles in the brushes that turn between 650 on the electric and 750 on the battery, RPM to the floor. Plus there's 57 pounds of down pressure. So there's a tremendous amount of scrubbing action in a millisecond to the floor. From there, the water or steam goes down to the floor, or the water goes down to the brush. So it steams on one side and it puts water via that trigger control down to this side. As you squeeze the trigger, a little knob comes out. That knob depresses onto the plunger, and the plunger simply drops the water to the brushes. That just simply goes to there, so it's putting water on one side, steam on the other, or with the regular tanks, it's just water on one side, water on the other side. The rollers will spin and dump the debris into the center tank. We'll actually take this, throw it onto the rollers spin and activate the trimmers. The trimmer that's here glides along the roller. As the roller's spinning, it's dumping the debris into the center tray. So you have a clean water onto the brushes or onto the floor, the steam onto the floor, the scrubbing action, throwing it onto the rollers spin, dump it into the center hopper. So it doesn't have an actual vacuum motor, but it is picking up the debris. That's what gives us the ability to run on carpet and hard floor. We're not changing the brushes when we're going from one to the other. You can use the same brush on the carpet as you do on the hard floor. There is two other brushes. There's a red coat or red colored brush, and there's a yellow colored brush. The yellow is the equivalent of about 300 grit sandpaper, which now this is going to be some restoration. I'm in a kitchen type flooring with grease and oils, and I want a little more scrubbing action. And what has in here is silicon carbide in the bristle, giving that extra little bit of bite. You can just put one on the steam side and have the other one on the recovery side, or vice versa, or you can put them on either side, or you can put both. The higher density bristle, the less it picks up off the floor. The red is the same thing, except for the fact that it has now 100 grit. So it's silicon carbide again, little stiffer. Now this is going to be more of your outdoor concrete, your warehouse flooring, something that's really, really aggressive, really textured. The case of a really bad greasy floor and you want a lot of bite, you can put one of these on, or you can put one and one red, one yellow, whatever suits the flooring and whatever suits the application. You are not going to use these on anything shiny, like a shiny floor, or anything carpet, because they're too dense. How the machine works from there, without actually firing it up, is the side controls. There's a height adjustment. Right now it's in transport mode. So as I move this, the wheels are not going down to the floor. The higher I pull this position up, the more the machine goes down to the floor. There's another setting, a little bit more pressure, and then another setting all the way up, all the way to the floor. So again, depending on the flooring, depending on the application, depends on how much pressure that I want to pull all the way up. So I can pull all the way up, I can take the machine, I can pull it down, and I can activate the machine via the handle up here. So again, I'd have my main power switch on, my secondary power switch on, my height adjustment. The last thing before I get to operation of the machine is this position here. What that does, it's the mop-up feature. If I want to just apply the chemistry or apply the water or apply the solution to the floor and not pick up, I can turn off those rollers and just scrub. So if I'm in a situation where it's really dirty, I want to give it a double scrub, I'm able to scrub without picking up the debris. When I've got the debris down and it's emulsified the soils, I can flick this. That now turns on the rollers to pick up the debris. Last thing, the on-off is to here. The main boiler is to here. To turn on my steam, what I'm going to do is just take and turn on the steam button. That will activate the steam after about 30 seconds. Condensation will come out of the lines. It'll start to spit the water out to the floor. Once the condensation is removed and it's up to steam, which is usually 30 seconds, it'll be constant steam down to the floor. And all you do is fill on the fly. So as you run out of water, as you're using the machine, you can just simply add water. We're going to set our brush height adjustment. We're going to turn on our steam. We're going to hit our main power switch, our pump switch, and the switch up top. Only thing running is the steam until I hit the main trigger up top. Once I squeeze the main trigger up top, That's going to activate the brush rollers, pulling the handle down and then utilizing the machine back and forth. When I let go of the handle at any time, the steam will continue to run, the brushes will turn off, the rollers will turn off. When I'm done and I want to pick up and turn off the steam, I simply hit the lever, turn the steam off. The residual steam will come out in the next 10-15 seconds, and then I can dry the floor and pick up the debris. Thanks for hanging out with us on Beyond Clean. Hopefully you picked up some tips to make your cleaning routine even smoother. If you have questions or want to check out more, we've got plenty waiting for you online. Remember, we're always here to help. See you next time.